So I'll call the meeting to order. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes. I have 3 additions to the agenda. The first addition, permission to hire junior high golf, as that season will start in September. So we would need to get someone in place and hired before the next board meeting.
Okay. You don't need motions for these, do you?
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
Or at the end of
No.
all 3?
Let's do each one individually.
Okay. Do we have a motion to add this to the agenda?
I make a motion.
Dave made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Jeremiah, all those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Jody, do you have a question? Sorry.
It feels weird.
Voting before we vote? Yeah. It's okay.
The second item, Chris Beeman, resignation, Transportation and Grounds Director.
Do we have a motion to add this to the agenda? Not to vote on it, but to add it to the agenda.
Make a motion.
Jody made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Ian seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. It's added.
The third item, to accept a $5,000 anonymous donation for REACH.
Do we have a motion to add the accepting that? Jeremiah made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Ian seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Fourth addition?
That's all.
Oh, okay. All right. Do we have a motion to accept the minutes from the July 16th, 2026 regular board meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Ian made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Jody seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Do we have a motion to approve the claims listed on the docket? Accounts payable vouchers 99920 to 100010, payroll deposit advices 109155 to 109302. Do we have a motion to accept those?
I make a motion.
Jody made a motion, Jeremiah seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Do we have any patron comments? If there was anybody that signed in, and I would like to remind everybody that if you have patron comments, you'll be limited to 5 minutes per person with a total of 30 minutes of patron comments. Donnie Rimmel.
And if you could
Can-
come, if you
yeah,
don't
can
mind
you
coming
come
to
and
the microphone.
Speak into the mic? Or do you want us to take the mic to you?
You're really gonna give Donnie a microphone?
I'm sure you can hear me.
This might be a bad idea.
I just want to know on this Chris Beeman deal, you guys, I couldn't hardly hear you back there, I'm hard of hearing anyhow. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Did you guys table that or something right now or something?
No, we added it to the agenda.
Okay. I just want to know, has any of you talked to him to see, I feel like there's something that I'm missing that he's not telling me the reason he's
I
not.
called him just as soon as I got the word, and I asked him to think about it for a couple days and let me know if there's something that we can do, a change we can make to make the job. And at first he said no, and then he said, all right, I'll call you in a couple days. And now he's got a disaster at his house, so I reached out to him, seeing if he needed help with that, but I didn't want to bring up about that, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to get a hold of him again.
Yeah, I wish every one of you would reach out to him to find out, I mean, if something can be done, because, I mean, he's doing an excellent job out there, I'm
Oh,
telling you.
no, there's no.
He's got all the
doubt in my
buses
mind.
in shape, especially for as old as they are, he keeps them maintained, and
I did reach out.
I just think you'll
left
hate
him a
to lose him.
voicemail. He didn't return my call. I did tell him that we appreciated his work. He's doing a great job, and that I was just going to beg him to stay. So if he'd please call me back so I could beg him to stay.
yeah.
But
I don't-
he didn't
I don't know
return
if
my
there's
call.
If there's something you can do to get him to stay or whatever, but like I said, I don't know if something happened that I'm missing, you know?
We had a 15-minute phone conversation, and which I'm not going to go into the details of that, but there was nothing really glaring, because if there had been, we could have fixed it. And he just said it's a combination of a lot of stuff, but he did tell me he'd take a couple days and think about it, and if there was like anything that was real deal breakers that we could work with him on, we'd be willing to do that. So, but like I said, right now, he's in the middle.
Yeah, he never would tell me, but I mean, I heard through the grapevine he was having trouble with a principal, but I told him, you just gotta learn to deal with it. I mean, I was here for 25 years and I had to deal with him, and I tried to tell him, I said, you don't ignore him or badmouth him or anything, but I said the whole time I was here, I said, the one person you gotta worry about when you're working here, if you got a problem with principal, is that superintendent.
Yeah. Well, like
To me, that's his direct boss.
I point blank asked him, and he never gave me any definitive answer. So he is supposed to let me know if there's anything that,
Well, I hope he does, because
Well,
like I said,
I hope he does
I think
too.
you'll miss him.
I
we
think we'll
already
miss
know
him
I
too.
mean, he's very mechanically inclined and everything.
There's nobody on this board that doesn't realize how much we need Chris here, but at the end of the day, if we can't come to a concession, we don't want to lose him. We're trying. And like I said, immediately when I found out, I called him, he answered my call, and we talked. So,
Well, that's all I can ask. I mean, if you can think of anything I can do to get him to stay, let me know. I mean,
yeah.
because, I mean, he calls me all the time asking questions where this is and that is, and I help him out all I can.
Right. No, it's, this, like I said, there's nobody on the board or any we appreciate his work, and we've told him that several times. I've been out there and stopped by and told him, so whatever it is, hopefully we can figure it out. We're still gonna work on it.
Just like that water problem this morning, I told him, because I had to come in and drive bus 11, and I said, there's probably them pumps out there in that substation. I said, you need to call the city. He said, well, that's like, it'll take them forever to get here. And I said, let me go get my phone, I'll call them. I said, and they was in here within 3 minutes after I called them.
Yeah.
I said, that pump station has been a problem ever since I hired on here.
Right.
And I still believe, because most of this, I know that's supposed to be sanitary, but all this surface water somehow, and all this construction over the years, it leaks into that sanitary.
Right. No, that's something we're definitely working on. We've had a lot of conversations about that, so we're gonna get to the bottom of that too, so.
Well, I know there's one problem, I mean, on as far as that, but if you get all the old blueprints out, I mean, there's one drain, a lot of drain, and it goes directly at an angle diagonally right underneath the gym floor.
Yep. So you know where them blueprints are at?
Most of them are down in this storage room where it used to be, before I quit, the old Spanish room, but back in my day, it was Don Kramer's old room. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Has anybody seen him?
We looked at them today.
Okay. Okay, because I've asked,
There
Numerous
used to be
times
some out in the
nobody
shop in a trash bag, but the biggest part of them's down here in that room there.
all right,
There's a
well,
bunch
that's
of them.
good. Well, thank you. Thank you,
All right.
Tony, and we're listening and we're trying.
We're trying to keep you.
Okay, I
We are.
appreciate it. That's all I can ask.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
Thank you, Donnie. And the rest of the bus drivers that are here in support of Chris. We
Yeah.
appreciate your presence.
Yeah, it's just, Donnie said enough.
Donnie's your spokesperson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you guys.
brave of you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing up, but we have made it very clear that he has our support. And I think we've tried to do the same thing with Jeff. Jeff's done a great job. Chris has stepped up and done a great job. So we're still working with him. Hopefully, we can get this turned around.
That said, I do want to address that his resignation is on the table, and even if the board accepts it, we can always rescind or hire back. If he wants to return, we are more than happy and welcome to the doors open for Chris weekend.
We'll have a special meeting to rescind it if he changes his mind.
We do not have access to that right now.
I got home late, just got the message, so.
Yes.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
You.
Is that all the patron comments? Anybody else?
I'd like to speak about
Yeah.
that. Is that all right?
Yes.
Does he have a spot?
Would you like to speak now for patron comments, or I was going to have you speak during the superintendent report?
That one,
Okay.
yeah, that's,
I have during my regular superintendent report, I had asked Mr. Byrne to come and provide an update given today's situation.
All right, moving on to recommendations and requests.
Ask the board to approve the following resignations. We will do these one at a time and not as a group.
Okay?
Just real quick, my battery's dead, and I'm not sure.
Everybody's.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We'll share.
I
Thank
think mine's turn. Oh, yeah, we can move that one over.
We're good. We're sitting close enough
Yeah.
together, Jennifer, that's okay.
He's got a full battery.
Okay.
Charge that, know him he's gonna have this. All right, now go ahead.
Sorry.
You're okay. Russell, is it yours?
Yes.
Yours. Yeah.
Varsity girls softball resignation.
Any questions or comments about Rusty's? Okay. Do we have a motion to accept his resignation?
Make a motion.
Dave makes a motion. Anybody second?
I'll second.
Jeremiah seconds. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Alexandra Harris, elementary teacher.
Questions or comments on Alexander Harris's resignation? Do we have a motion to accept Alexander Harris's resignation?
Make a
Ian
motion.
Matthews, second.
I'll second it.
Dave Smith. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Emmy Smith, elementary library.
Questions or comments on Emmy Smith? Do we have a motion to accept Emmy Smith's resignation from elementary library?
I'll make a motion.
Ian made a motion. Second.
I second.
Jody seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Jeff Baxter, bus driver.
Questions or comments about Jeff Baxter? Do we have a motion to accept his resignation?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Samuel Mesmer, junior high, senior high teacher.
Questions or comments on Samuel Mesmer? Do we have a motion to accept his teaching resignation?
I make a motion.
Jody made a motion. Do we have a second?
Oh.
Jeremiah seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Jessica Holtzclaw, career coach.
Questions on Jessica? Do we have a motion to accept her resignation?
I'll make a motion.
Ian made a motion. Jeremiah seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Chris Beeman, director of transportation and grounds.
I think we talked about Chris before. Do we have a motion to accept his resignation? Jeremiah made a motion. Do we have a second? Jody seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
I'd like to ask the board for permission to do all new employment together.
I think that's fine. Anybody have any problems with any of them? Okay.
Derek Collins, head girls golf coach. Krista Stoltz, junior high, senior high success coach. Hannah Mesmer, career coach. Jackie Welch, high school English. Trisha Gleason, elementary teacher. Alexis Schultz, CTE. Bree Husband, junior high volleyball coach. And approve Brian Pilot as police chief for MSD of Shakamak Police Department for the period of September 1st, 2026
Do we have a motion to accept all of those hires?
Make a motion.
Dave made a motion. Do we have a second? Jeremiah second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Ask the board to approve maternity leave for Ashley Hedden, junior high social studies.
Questions or comments? Do we have a motion to accept Ashley Hinton's maternity leave? Jody made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Ian seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Ask the board to approve the no charge policy so that we are in alignment with federal and state auditing regulations.
What's the no charge policy?
Oh, junior high vote. I have it at, sorry, I don't have it.
Could you elaborate on what the no charge policy is? Please.
So, because we participate in CEP, community eligibility provisions, which allows our students to have free breakfast and lunch, reimbursable breakfast and reimbursable lunch. The policy only addresses optional purchases beyond those free meals, such as secondary meals and a la carte items that are now available to our students for purchase. The purpose is to ensure responsible management of the school nutrition programs and eliminate unpaid charges for optional purposes.
So every child still gets a lunch, but anything extra they have to pay for.
All right.
Do we have a motion to accept the no charge policy?
I make a motion.
Jody made a motion. Do we have a second? Jeremiah seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
I have asked Rebecca from Chartwells to provide an update given the new transition. And Rebecca has agreed to come and help provide an update.
Hey, everything I've heard, great reviews. Kids are loving it. More and more kids are trying it, so thank you guys. It seems like a success.
Yes, thank you. There's not a whole lot to update since we're 5 days into school now and we didn't even have school today. We did do the summer feeding program. For June, we did 5,016 meals for breakfast and 5,215 meals for lunch. In July, we did 5,246 for breakfast and 5,047 for lunch, for a grand total of 10,262 meals served during the summer. The ladies did a great job with it. I was super proud of them, especially since it was the first year for the program. So far for this school year, elementary has done 858 breakfast meals. They are now breakfast in the classroom, so all the meals are transported to their classrooms where they can eat, and then we go and pick them up whenever they're done. And they have had 723 lunches. High school breakfast, we meet them at the doors. They've only done 89. I think they're still trying to get in their rhythm. But they've done 641 lunches so far. So that's a grand total of 2,311 meals served so far in the 4 days that we've attended school.
All right.
So the ladies have adjusted very well to all of the new changes that we've made. I've not heard any negative comments about anything so far. So I think everything is going very smoothly.
Thank you.
My boys were raving about the tacos, and they're like teenagers, so that's good. And like the selection has been, I've heard good things about the different selections. Thank you.
Likewise, and I'd like to echo, both of what they said. The only question I have is, in the elementary, I've been told that there is, as far as the one line, there's some students that don't have a ton of time to eat. There towards the end, that's always going to be the case, I understand. And it's only been, 4 days?
Yes.
But I wanted to bring that up, just as
Yes,
something
we're
I've been
making,
hearing.
like, tiny adjustments every day. I was over there helping Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And with the smaller kids, it's harder for them to choose from all the choices that we have. So it does kind of stall the line a little bit, but Wednesday, I feel like all of the students had a good 15 minutes to eat after they got through the line. So
Okay.
tiny adjustments every day, and we're improving.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Some of the delays are expected even when you're not in a year where you've done a food transition. With the kindergartners and the first graders, they're a little bit slower with the new routine. Every year, also, students are reminded before they leave the classroom what their choice was, but even just from the classroom to the cafeteria, they will sometimes forget or see a different option in the line and want to change their mind.
I can understand that.
Yes, yes, and also.
We all do that, don't we?
Students are putting in they're being asked to learn their lunch number, put their lunch number in, and so that's also a slight learning curve at the beginning. I do want to preface also by saying that we have, building leadership has permission to adjust the schedule if needed, and we can also do that day by day in delaying the next grade from coming down if we were to see a significant sluggish line that day, so that we can be flexible from moment to moment, so all students have enough time and don't feel rushed to eat their lunch. I appreciate you bringing that up.
I have a question. Why are the younger grades being practicing in the classrooms?
That's a good idea. Good question, and Rebecca, you might be able to answer some of this as well from what you've seen from a company standpoint. I'll let you go first, and then.
Yes, in the morning time, it's really chaotic for students. And some of the ones that have anxiety or they don't want to go to the cafeteria and stand in line and be with a bunch of kids that they don't know. So when they're in their classroom around their own peers, they feel more comfortable and more willing to eat that breakfast. So we know that they're able to focus on their schoolwork for that day.
Well, it sounds like taking it to the classroom has major rewards because there's not many people taking it in the high school.
We do find increased participation when the research and the evidence shows that we'll have increased participation and more students taking a breakfast if they're allowed to pick it up in their classroom. I've also been a teacher on the other side of this and had served as a teacher breakfast in my classroom and understand the challenges that can impose on teachers as well. I know myself, just on Thursday, had a parent conference, and the student was in the conference, and she said, oh, thank goodness we have lunch in the classroom now, because she gets overwhelmed with crowds and loud noises. In the morning, there tends to be a long breakfast line, and sometimes it's not the best way for them to start their day. If they could calmly and quietly go to their small classroom, not an overcrowded breakfast cafeteria, for many of our students, it's a calmer environment, and we're more likely to see students participate in the breakfast meal when it's provided at their classroom door. We know that it will also change some of our cleanup and our custodial duties. We've provided all of our staff, and Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, with food-grade sanitation bottles that are available in each room if a student were to make a mess. Of course, our custodians are always on call by radio if there were to be a spill or a mess. I have found over time, as the year went on, more and more students started to eat breakfast as they got comfortable with the change, and also the messes and the cleanup got less and less as they started to use their space better, and with maturity as the year goes on. That's also, however, freed up some of our staff because we don't have assigned supervision duties in the cafeteria anymore, so they have been free to do things like take out the trash as the trash needs to be taken out after breakfast and things like that. So readjusting responsibilities as well.
I didn't even think about like kindergartners eating breakfast with sixth graders and just that mass chaos that could ensue. So that does kind of make sense now. Thank you for that explanation, because I know that it was a question.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the agenda item number 3. I asked the board to approve the following adult meal prices for the 26-27 school year. This is no change last year. Breakfast $3 and lunch $5.25.
Do we have any questions or comments about the adult meal prices? Do we have a motion to accept?
Make a motion.
Ian made a motion. Do we have a second? Jeremiah seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Ask the board to approve permission to advertise for the 2027 budget.
Questions
Motion.
or comments? Dave made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Ian seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Ask the board to accept the $5,000 anonymous donation for REACH.
Questions or comments on that? I think it's awesome that somebody donated $5,000 to the cause. Anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion, but also thank you for the donor.
Yes.
Jody made the motion. I think Ian seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
I ask the board to approve permission to hire junior high golf coach.
Questions or comments? Do we have anybody in mind for that, or?
I do believe Dylan does have an individual in mind.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve hiring a junior high golf coach? Jody made a motion. Jeremiah seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Superintendent's report. Is that everything?
Good evening. It's been a very full month across the district already, and we're only on the 13th of August, culminating with the start of the school year, and today, an unexpected response to significant flooding. We welcome the staff back and the students back under the continuing theme of Forward Together. Our opening activities included welcoming new employees and a new staff orientation day that we initiated this year, reviewing our district priorities and reinforcing our shared commitment to ensuring that every student feels safe, supported, and capable of success. Students returned on Friday, August the 7th. It's been wonderful to see our students back and filling the hallways with their laughter and their noise. I appreciate the work of our teachers, our administrators, support staff, the transportation team, food service staff, our custodians, and everyone who helped to ensure a successful start. We welcome several new staff members and expanded opportunities for students. This includes the new career coach and success student support, along with some new courses that we will now be able to offer this year, including advanced manufacturing, Industry 4.0 and digital manufacturing, and an introductory to construction rotation for our junior high students. I also want to share some exciting news. Shakamak Junior Senior High School was selected as one of only 12 recipients statewide for the 26-27 Cambridge Math and Science Grant. This was given to us through the Indiana Department of Education. Our full request of nearly $25,000 was approved. These funds are going to support priorities and initiatives that were proposed in the grant application to strengthen our math and science opportunities and professional development for those teachers that will be teaching those courses. I'm working with IDOE for a planned on-site visit the second week of September. I wanted to talk about the Heritage and Recognition Committee that met Tuesday evening. I appreciate Jeremiah being willing to serve on that committee. The Heritage and Recognition Committee held its chapter first meeting on August the 11th. It was intentionally structured to include a broad range of stakeholders, bringing together, we had students, staff, administration, parents, community members, we had veterans, and a representation from the school board. I think that this diverse membership will make sure that multiple perspectives are being included as we consider how to best honor and preserve the history of Shakamak schools for the broader community. During the first meeting, we focused on establishing some shared purposes and beginning the work of developing a guiding framework for the committee's ongoing efforts. We didn't focus necessarily on the outcomes at this stage. The discussion was around how we will operate, how we will receive the input gathered, and how decisions will be shaped that reflect the values and the history of our school moving forward. wanted to share with you, the committee emphasized the importance of making sure that whatever we decide moving forward is sustainable, in a structure that can guide future work. Support consistency over time was a recurring theme from the committee, and making sure that recognition efforts are meaningful and inclusive of all groups. This will just serve as a foundation for future meetings as this committee continues to work. Our first PB&J community conversation was held at Pizza Villa, and I was there on August the 5th. We've got 2 more of those coming up. Approximately 12 community members attended, and we had a productive discussion about the operating referendum and the financial realities facing the district. Our next community conversation will be held on August the 26th at the Burger Farms Tri-County Ag Solutions. This session will provide an opportunity to specifically address questions for farmers and landowners. Any additional public information sessions are scheduled also throughout September and October. These conversations are an important part of our commitment to being fiscally responsible, but providing factual information and answers directly to help residents understand the referendum and the changes that have been created by Senate Annual Act 1. I wanted to share with you that we have our career readiness work that we plan to expand with our new staff members. We are connecting them with Ivy Tech, Twin Rivers, and ROI, and some other regional partners. We are preparing a district team to explore the opportunity of becoming a career-connected educator certification program. And we're deploying a team to help us become officially certified. Planning is underway for the launch of our REACH program that we will be able to offer this school year and provide students with additional after-school support. Tuition assistance was available through the Greene County Foundation and an anonymous donation that you just accepted this evening. I did want to share we are launching Crossroads Academy, which is providing traditional, hybrid, and fully virtual learning options for our students in grades 7 through 12. The enrollment numbers are small, and I don't want to share those until I can verify them, and I cannot verify those enrollment numbers at this time. And then I wanted to talk to you finally about the flooding that happened today. Our district faced some significant flooding today. An extraordinary amount of rainfall fell overnight. My understanding is we got over 3 inches in less than an hour. It overwhelmed the capacity of our drainage system and our stormwater collections. Water entered portions of the school facility. District staff, emergency personnel spent all day addressing the conditions. We have done some mitigation because we understand there's more storms coming this evening and maybe even overnight, so that we can limit any additional water intrusion to protect the building from more damage. I do want to share there was an outpouring of support and resources, and it was truly extraordinary today. We've received assistance from local, county, state agencies, along with staff members, student athletes that rolled up their sleeves and were here before the sand truck even pulled in, to be honest with you. The community volunteers that reached out and helped with the sandbagging and other response efforts. I want to publicly acknowledge the immediate assistance that we received on site from the Greene County Emergency Management Agency, Wright Township Fire Department, Greene County Highway Department, the Greene County Commissioners, the Greene County Health Department, Indiana Department of Homeland Security, and the Vigo County Emergency Management Agency, along with the city of Jasonville. I do want to know Sullivan County offered their assistance, and they remain on standby if we need any additional support. It was truly remarkable. Because of the current conditions and the work that remains, we will need to have an asynchronous learning day tomorrow. I do understand that most of our elementary students weren't prepared for this, and some don't, and most of them do not have a device at home. Students will be given 3 days to complete their assignments, but we have urged our teachers, and our teachers are always fantastic about this, providing significant flexibility for our students, because many of our families are also dealing right now at home with flooding, property damage, internet limitations, and other difficult circumstances. So no one will be held with any kind of negative consequences because of an inability to access a device or the internet tomorrow. I'm extremely grateful for everyone who responded and offered support. I'll continue to evaluate the facilities and communicate with the families and the board as much information becomes available. despite today's challenges, I remain encouraged by, and I think all of us that were here today, we're very encouraged by the dedication of our staff, our students, our family, and our community. This past month has demonstrated both progress that's taking place within our districts and the strength of our Shackinac community as we work together. And I have asked our maintenance director, Mr. Byrne, to provide you with an update on the extensiveness of today's event. Mr. Byrne.
First off, thank you everybody for having me here. I'd like to begin by touching base on what Dr. Smith has said. We experienced a catastrophic amount of rain last night. Started around 2 a.m., probably ended around 3:30, and we really didn't have an opportunity to get eyes on it until around 6 a.m. Once eyes were put on it, it was immediately clear that we had quite an array of damage that has affected our building. A lot of it begins and ends with a lot of our plumbing infrastructure, both underneath, to our outlets, under the building, in the goat pen, from the roofs, drains, everywhere. At this stage, we were able to get cleanup done probably around noon, 11:30 noon today, as far as getting all the water out of the building. We were very successful due to the fact that we had so many people that showed up, who pitched in, volunteered, helped us push through this, navigate this. Now, after a few meetings that I've had today with both Sycamore Engineering and a few other constituents in that field, we are going to begin a camera investigation outside and try to focus that energy on finding where our outlets are and what kind of condition our outlets are actually in. When I speak of outlets, I'm talking about all of our water, where it goes when it leaves here. So right now, currently, that is an unknown state, and tomorrow, hopefully, we will have more definitive answers in regards to where this is going and if this is actually helping contribute to the problem. The other part of the issue that we have is directly outside this window that you see adjacent to the library. Unfortunately, a lot of plumbing, main plumbing, runs directly through here. Now, we've been able to figure out through looking at prints, been able to figure out through past connections, people who have worked on projects here, who have had a hand, we've been able to piece together a bit of an outline as to how everything is actually ran. What we need to figure out now is where the problems are in that environment. And I believe it to be significant. I believe us to have some real issues. At least that's what it's showing us every time it rains. So at this stage, like I said, we'll begin a preliminary investigation to hopefully find it outside. The last thing we want is to be able to find anything inside the building, of course, but if we're not able to locate what our issue is outside, it speaks to the volumes about what we're going to have happening going on, either underneath or inside the actual facility itself. I imagine that investigation will be extensive. I don't feel like that's something that needs to be rushed. I also don't feel like that's something that needs to be forgotten about. This is highly important because this is becoming a more and more regular occurrence. Due to the fact of how rain comes down now, we're going to experience these massive downpours, and if we're not ready for it with our systems, then we're going to continue to experience events like this over and over and over, and it will eventually lead to cataclysmic problems. More than likely, those we will never see because they're occurring underground. Our roofs, last night we never lost power. We never lost our building controls. We never lost our fire alarm system. We didn't have any leaks until something was noted as I stepped in here today. That's good. The other good thing is the decision was made to bring ServPro in. One of our big problems here is actual return air, makeup air units, the ability to generate any sort of air movement through our hallways. It creates mold, creates all sorts of health issues if it's not addressed. Serpro came in, guns a-blazing, had all of their equipment with them. It is set up strategically throughout the building. As you can see, you walk around, you will hear the thing that they have running. At the end of the day, they're looking at around a 72-hour window for a turnaround as to actually find how much damage we have underneath carpet, how much damage we have inside walls, behind coke base, leaking materials, things of that such that still haven't shown themselves yet. As things continue to dry out and the situation changes, pray for no more rain, and that we're able to actually identify our issues before we get struck again. We experienced significant damage through water overnight. The areas affected, the high school kitchen, cafe, the back hall from the cafe to the elementary gym doors and into the elementary gym, water the entire length. On top of that, we also experienced water and sediment in all of our junior high or junior hallway, H211, 213, 217, 218. Both libraries received water damage to carpet. H301 through H305, where Stacy, Sam, and Jerry Moran are, received significant water damage inside the building as well. H404 through H406, the high school rooms that have carpet experienced mud that came up from underneath the flooring. This wasn't anything that was tied to the ongoing investigation that we've had for the water displacements that are getting inside the building instead of outside the building. This is something that should not be attached. While it could be, we still need to investigate whether or not it was actually forced from the lack of drainage. Carpet wet in the hit shack, carpet wet in those classrooms. Again, like I said, Serpro was on site. They brought dehumidifiers, fans, deodorizers. They have a spray that helps reduce mold counts, mold spores. They also have all sorts of other equipment that they're going to bring out to help repair and save. Our elementary gym floor received about an 8-foot circumference of water. It wasn't much when we got here. I don't know how much was actually in, but when we stepped foot in there, it was almost like it was a perfect circular shape of standing water. Once that was removed, we realized then that we need to investigate underneath the floor to make sure that we don't have any standing water for rot, mold, any of those things. Again, like I said, Sycamore will be on site tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We intend to start right out front in the manhole covers with cameras and hopefully find exactly what we're looking for, and then we'll be able to determine the necessary course of action in order to get repairs made and completed in a timely manner. I figure we're approximately out about $1,200 worth of floor wax at this point due to the water just ruining it. By the time you get it up, it's too late. Water and wax don't. It's unfortunate. The team worked very, very hard over the last 2 months to prepare this place for opening. We spent a lot of time focused on flooring, getting our walls together, painting areas that needed to be touched up, and for this to happen 4 days, 5 days into the school year, it is not something that I'm thrilled with. But we will move forward and eliminate this problem in the future. I'd like to thank all of the student athletes that showed up today. Filling 200 sandbags, if anybody's done it, is not fun. The fact that they were all here before the sand even got here speaks to their level of commitment to this place, to themselves, and to their fellow students. I, for one, am happy to be a part of that and gladly will help out in any way possible. And I also want to extend thank yous to all of the people that came and helped today, all of the emergency service personnel, everybody that was in the community that came and rallied around us today. It made everything bearable to an extent. So by the end of the day, after lunch, there was a bit of, there was a moment for me where you realize that we're not doing this alone. We have great support staff led by you guys, a great team that helps us out when we're in these pickles. Hopefully, the answers that you guys are after, I can provide more of that information tomorrow. I am just as curious as you guys are as to why this situation is continuing to expand. My biggest concern about this moment this time was the amount of sediment that we received inside the building that has been a non-issue since January. While we've had other water moments, watershed moments inside the school since January, we never had anything for this month. The part that really concerned me was the amount of sediment, which just speaks to what we could possibly be looking at underneath our facility. I don't want to speculate, I just want to know what the facts will be about. That's all. Anybody have any questions?
I appreciate all your hard work and the fact that Sycamore is coming to do the root cause analysis and the fact that we're really trying to get to the bottom and fix the root, fix it.
Let me preface that by saying the fact that Sycamore is here doing this work because for the time that I've been here, it is undeniably true that they know this place inside and out. All their service technicians, Brian Wilson, their head sales rep, Jeremiah got to meet with him today. He is very in tune to our schematics, he's very in tune to everything that's happening behind the scenes that nobody sees. The technicians that they supply us are top-notch. They do a phenomenal job. We do have some room we do have some things that we are going to have to work on in the future to better provide us what they can through our contractual agreement. And I think eventually over time we'll be able to figure that out, but right now their in-depth knowledge of our facility makes them point A to get this work completed. Not saying they've got to do the repairs. The ability for them to understand where all of our piping and planning is and having the equipment available to do this work is the other part of this. It's very in-depth. There is a lot to it. So I couldn't think of a better group to come in and help us out and try to identify our issues. Hopefully, we get that accomplished and we're able to provide you guys with the necessary resources you need to make the right decision to get that taken care of. I'm really looking forward to the camera work. I think the camera work is a great start to identify if we have more than one problem. Right now, it's looking like that could be the case. Again, I'm not speculating. I really don't want to speculate. It's very easy to do in this situation. We just wait for the results of what we find tomorrow and future investigations. And I don't feel that we need to make hasty decisions in this situation. This could be pretty in-depth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Joe. Shane, do you have a principal's report?
Start of school, it's always a unique time. Felt things were going really well. This has been a different year. We've replaced 4 teachers in the last week of school, so schedules have been a little hinky. We've been working on that. And I thought things were going fairly smooth until today, so that always threw a kid. But it's always something new and something unique, so we get through it. We are Lakers. Again, kudos to the athletes that came out today and did that. Kudos to Chartwells. Like she said, the kids have really received it well. We talked earlier about splitting lunch hours. I think that's worked well. We have a true junior high lunch hour now with it separated so they could do what they needed to do. One thing I noticed is one day the, a la carte line was the longest in there, and then seemed like Tuesdays and Thursdays, which was Taco Tuesdays, and the General's Chicken yesterday, that was the other line, so everybody's happy. Kids have been great, said the food's really good, they're really happy to see it. So, and I think as they hear how good the food is, I think you'll see more breakfast being taken. We simply have a lot of kids that stop at Casey's and places on the way in, or go to Linton to get their coffee and whatever the drinks are they get down at Scooters, so that's going well. Varsity sports, all of those will be in action as of next week. Junior high activities start the next week. A special congratulations, Briley Falk, for being recognized as WTWO Bobcat Davis County Athlete of the Week, and for recently committing to play volleyball at Murray State. Big kudos to her. She becomes the first Shakamak athlete to commit to play Division I volleyball. So we're proud of Briley and her academics too. She does a great job both sides of it. Coming up, we got professional development coming up in a week or so. School pictures in the high school side will be Thursday, September 3rd, and then we move to Labor Day and a day off. And that's all I have.
I have the report from Mr. Turpin. He was unable to be here this evening, helping to take care of a family member. He wanted to share with you that the iRead scores have just been released, and the state pass average is 88.7, and Shakamak came in a little bit above the state average this year, 89.4% passage rate. If you don't know, the iRead is a mandatory test that all third graders must pass before progressing on to fourth grade. So we are proud of all of our teachers and staff who pour into the students to help improve our literacy scores. We do believe that literacy is a human right. That is Mr. Turbin's report.
All right. On to the board's comments. Dave, you want to start?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for all the hard work for the kickoff of the year. That's never easy, getting a bunch of kids back in here that's been running wild all summer. So all of our teachers, all of our administrators, also thankful for the administration in the high school doing the scheduling and all that. Our new counselor that we hired, I don't know if that's what we're calling her. I met her. I think she's going to be a great asset to our team. That's the only one I really met when I was here on the open house. Also, Jeff, I'm encouraged by the way you're going at this, but Sycamore's been working on this for 2 years. And if they don't come up with the answers, please let us know, and we'll look somebody else that can get the job done, because this has been a 2-year deal. So I appreciate you taking the lead on that, and hopefully I'm going to stay after Chris, and maybe we'll keep him on board. But I appreciate all of our staff, our bus drivers, our janitors, Chartwells, for turning our cafeterias and stuff around. I think it's going to be an amazing year. So thanks to everybody that makes Shakamak what it is. Yeah, Donnie?
No, when you're done, I got one other item I just wanted to. I've addressed it for the last 2 years. I mean, Shane probably don't remember, but Mr. Turpin don't. I addressed it to Mr. Mogan when he was here. That there is 2 safety straps that goes on them basketball courts in the high school gym that's broken. The ones on the west side I'm not really concerned about, but the ones on the bleacher side, they can get somebody killed, and then goes that drop.
Right there, the man's writing it down. I promise you it will be looked at and taken care of on it, Jeff. Thank you for making us aware of that. We appreciate it. I'm done.
And I noticed that every time I'm in here for a ball game, and I haven't been in here all summer, said they could change, but and I know the northeast one has fell before, you can see that goes big. And if you're sitting on them bleachers over there behind it, them goats come right up against the bleachers, it'll kill somebody. They're safety straps, but Mr. Morgan comes to the side on me too, and they'll get replaced.
I bet they'll be replaced now. The pin went on it.
We're getting on there. We ain't gonna kill nobody trying to watch basketball.
That's right.
I mean, it's probably $15,000 change. I guess at that time, they were $600, but they're probably more than that now, so I've been going 7 years. But they're worth it than somebody getting killed.
2 maintenance guys going at it now. Keep it moving, real.
Jody?
I just want to echo Dave with everything that he said. I also want to say welcome back to all the students and staff. The open house was very nice, the balloons and all the decorations. So thank you for everyone that helped do that.
Get a, underneath the bleachers. Then I will,
I also want to thank everyone that was involved for the flooding today. It takes a village, that's for sure. And congratulations to Briley Folk.
That's it. Jeremiah?
Echo what they said about the start of the school year, great open house, a great start to the year. Glad it was a rush, but we got teachers in place.
We were sweating it.
Do what?
I know, like, you do the hiring, but we were all sweating it.
Yeah, it was the last minute deal, but unfortunately, you run into that, and there's shuffling between schools and things like that all the time. But off to a great start. Chartwell's, I've heard nothing but great things, and I've talked with folks from other schools even before this, and they said, you're gonna love it, and it has been as advertised, so kudos, great job, and I think it's phenomenal. We've got more opportunities for the kids, because some kids are being killed, and they've got more opportunities in front of them, so we've talked before, some of these kids, the only nutrition that they get is through our doors, so we gotta do the best we can for them. Like Dave said, we're gonna do our best to see if we can turn the tides on Chris and at least keep him in some aspect. He's been phenomenal. I think you guys will echo that the buses are probably in as good a shape as they've been in a long time, and yeah, so we're gonna do what we can. We're all in favor of it. This is obviously a personal decision of Chris's, but we're standing behind him all the way and with you guys. So, after that, I just want to say it was pretty impressive too. I was here pretty well most of the day. The outpouring of people that stepped in to help today, seeing as many kids come in on a day off, let's put it that way, to help, was pretty impressive, and just the outpouring of everybody that landed here that was trying to help and get us back going was pretty impressive. And I think we got a pretty good handle on what needs to be done, I guess, to some extent. And it could be a pretty extensive issues, but we've got the ball rolling on that, and Jeff's been amazing leading the charge on that. So other than that, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet and say it was a great start to the school year.
Still is.
It is. It still is. We hit a little road bump.
Maybe we'll have a swimming team.
It is, but I do want to say that there
Put
is
a pool in the
something
goat pen.
that just feeds your
Canoe,
soul.
like I said, in the canoe too.
Even in a catastrophe like today, to have that outpouring of support was just, like Jeff said, it makes it feel bearable. It makes you feel like you're not alone in this. And so this is just a bump in the road, but the positive was the feeling of support. We just felt like we had truly wraparound services today.
Ian?
And yeah, just to echo everybody, what they've said. It is nice to see student athletes and just other people in the community doing stuff for the school as far as their efforts that they know good and well they're not going to get anything from, that it's just out of the kindness of their hearts and their love for this school. So that's something to be commended. And I know it would take a long time to congratulate or thank every single person for their efforts. But leading the helm, you're sitting here, so I want to definitely thank you for all that you've done, all that you continue to do, and leading the charge with your group, with your people that do a great job. I also want to congratulate all the new hires, welcome them to Laker Nation. Congratulate thank anyway the ones doing the hiring. I know that there's a lot that goes into all of that right at the beginning of the year, And yeah, it's kind of easy for us to sit back and say, you know, this needs to happen, but the ones actually making it happen, I want to thank them greatly for that as well. All teachers and staff for another great start of the year. Obviously, this what's happened the last day and tomorrow's out of everybody's control for now. But those iRead scores, it's not all about the iRead scores, but I mean that speaks volumes to those third grade teachers and every teacher and staff member that had any role in their ability, our ability to achieve that. You know, you can't go without congratulating those students, but also those that were with them every step of the way. Congratulate Chartwell's and the cafeteria staff. It takes the system and those to implement the system, and they've done a phenomenal job for so far this year, and I think it'll continue. I want to thank the anonymous donor, although I'm sure they wanted to be anonymous for a reason, for that REACH donation. I also want to thank anybody who had any kind of a role in that $25,000 grant. I know that takes a lot of work and effort to get that, and while I don't know everybody that was involved, I want to thank them for their efforts on that. And then again, just going back to, it's nice to know that we have the Shakamak community, but also those in the greater surrounding communities that are willing to step up and help us when we are in time of need. And I hope that we can all kind of remember that those in those surrounding communities, that when they need help, I hope that we can extend a hand as well to them. But again, want to thank Jeff and all those behind the scenes helping what you guys do every day. And I don't envy you guys for what you've had to do and the hours put into it. But it should definitely not go without being mentioned and being thanked.
The start of the year, they had like the Forward Together. Dr. Smith kind of started everybody off together, both sides of the school. And they had lunch, and I think that all of the teachers and staff all felt appreciated and welcomed, and we're ready to start the year. So I do think that that's an amazing way to start the year. And the mentor program, reading that policy that was written and just talking to some of the new teachers, they look forward to the mentor program, and I do think that it's something that we probably lack some formality in for years. So that's, I'm excited about those things. Very excited for Briley and going to D1 volleyball. That's awesome. I think the kids have said, oh, she's a D1 athlete since she was like in junior high volleyball, so that's pretty awesome. Congrats, Dad. Some of the things that really make me proud to be a Shakamak Laker are the fact that we did receive that $24,000 grant. People are giving anonymous donations for the REACH program. We're above the state average in the iRead. All of the outpouring from the flood today. Jeff, you did a great presentation. Thank you for all of that information. Much appreciated. The student athletes, the community members, just show up because it makes me proud to be a Shakamak Laker. And then also, lastly, sorry, I'll keep it short. The PB&J at Pizza Villa was really successful, I thought. It was a good start. And thank you to Burger Farms and Jeremiah for hosting the next event for landowners and farmers. It's important that we get the word out because so goes our school, so goes our community. So really just grateful that all of these pieces are coming together. Even in difficult times, I think that we're moving forward together. So, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Ian made a motion. Second. Jody seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried.